In a world that often feels chaotic and out of control, how do we find peace and purpose? Imagine waking up each day with a clear mind, unshaken by the stresses and challenges that seem to overwhelm everyone else. The ancient Stoics had a secret: the power to master their minds, no matter what life threw at them. Today we're diving into 10 powerful Stoic quotes that can help you transform your daily life. Whether you're struggling with a difficult situation, feeling overwhelmed by stress, or simply seeking more clarity in your day-to-day, these timeless Stoic insights will guide you toward a calmer, more focused way of living. Before we get started, if these ideas resonate with you and you find value in the wisdom of the Stoics, make sure to hit that subscribe button, like this video, and comment below on which Stoic quote resonates with you the most. Trust me, you won't want to miss the incredible lessons ahead that could change the way you approach everything from challenges to opportunities. Let's jump into the first quote and explore how it can help you master your mind, no matter what life throws your way. Quote 1. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. By Marcus Aurelius. Imagine this: you're running late for an important meeting, stuck in traffic, and the frustration starts building. Your heart races, and your mind spins with thoughts of everything going wrong. But then, in that moment, you remember. You can't control the traffic, but you can control how you react. This is where Marcus Aurelius's wisdom comes in. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. This quote speaks directly to one of the core teachings of Stoicism, focusing on what's within your control. The Stoics believed that most of our suffering comes not from external circumstances, but from our own perceptions of those circumstances. Think about it. How many times have you stressed over something completely outside your control? Maybe it's the actions of others, a sudden change in plans, or even the weather. Yet, if we can shift our focus to managing our internal reactions, we reclaim our power. Now, take a moment and think about your own life. Have there been times where you've let external events control your mood or behavior? What would have happened if you had focused on managing your reaction instead? By mastering our own minds, we find the strength to face any situation with clarity and resilience. And this is just the beginning. The next quote will take us even deeper into the Stoic mindset, showing us that it's not just about controlling our reactions, but understanding the very nature of our challenges. Stay tuned for a powerful insight from Epictetus that will transform the way you approach adversity. Quote 2. It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. By Epictetus. Let's step back in time for a moment. Imagine yourself in ancient Rome, walking through the bustling marketplace, surrounded by merchants and tradespeople. Among them stands Epictetus, once a slave who rose to become one of the most respected Stoic philosophers. He understood hardship firsthand, yet he didn't let those hardships define him. Instead, he gave the world one of the most profound insights. It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. Think about that for a moment. We often believe that life's difficulties, whether it's a failed project, an argument with a friend, or a sudden illness, are the source of our suffering. But Epictetus challenges us to reconsider this. The real source of pain is often not the event itself, but our emotional reaction to it. We can't control everything that happens to us, but we can absolutely control how we respond. This mindset transforms challenges from obstacles into opportunities for growth. Here's something to reflect on. The next time you face a setback, pause and ask yourself, how am I reacting right now? Are you giving your power away by letting emotions like anger or frustration control you? Or are you staying centered, using the setback as a chance to learn and improve? This shift in perspective can turn even the toughest moments into something valuable. But don't take my word for it. Think about a time in your life when things didn't go as planned. Maybe you lost a job or missed out on an important opportunity. What if, instead of feeling defeated, you had seen that situation as a stepping stone toward something better? Epictetus's wisdom teaches us that while we can't change what happens, we have the ultimate power over our response. We're just scratching the surface here. Up next, we'll explore a quote from Seneca that reveals how much of our suffering isn't rooted in reality, but in our own minds. Stay with me, because what we're about to uncover will shift the way you think about fear and anxiety forever. Quote 3. We suffer more in imagination than in reality. By Seneca. Picture this. You're lying in bed at night, wide awake, as your mind races with thoughts about everything that could go wrong tomorrow. Maybe you're worried about a presentation at work, a tough conversation with a friend, or a challenge looming on the horizon. The more you think about it, the worse it seems. But here's the catch. Most of the things you're worrying about won't even happen. This is where Seneca's wisdom hits hard. We suffer more in imagination than in reality. Seneca, one of Rome's greatest Stoic thinkers, understood that our minds are often our worst enemy. How many times have you found yourself spiraling into stress over a situation, only to later realize that your fears were exaggerated or never even came to pass? The human brain has a tendency to magnify problems, and before we know it, we've built mountains out of molehills. Seneca's quote reminds us that much of our suffering is self-inflicted, created by our own thoughts rather than reality. Now, think about your own life. Can you recall a time when your imagination led you down a rabbit hole of anxiety? Maybe it was an upcoming exam, a job interview, or a confrontation with a family member. How much energy did you waste on worrying about things that never happened? This quote challenges us to pause, recognize when our minds are running wild, and ask ourselves, is this real, or is it just my imagination playing tricks on me? Here's a practical takeaway. The next time you catch yourself caught in a web of anxious thoughts, stop and ask yourself, what's the worst that could realistically happen? By facing your fear head-on, you often find that it's not as bad as you thought. Seneca teaches us that by staying grounded in reality, we can save ourselves from unnecessary pain and worry. And if you think this insight is powerful, wait until you hear Marcus Aurelius's advice on dealing with anger and maintaining integrity, even when others wrong you. His next quote will show you how to rise above conflict with grace and strength. Don't go anywhere. You won't want to miss it. Quote 4. The best revenge is not to be like your enemy. By Marcus Aurelius. Think about the last time someone wronged you. Maybe a colleague took credit for your hard work, or a close friend betrayed your trust. It's natural to feel anger bubbling up, that urge to retaliate and give them a taste of their own medicine. But Marcus Aurelius, one of the most revered Stoic philosophers and Roman emperors, offers a different approach. The best revenge is not to be like your enemy. Marcus Aurelius dealt with betrayal and deceit constantly, from political rivals to personal betrayals within his inner circle. But instead of lowering himself to the level of those who wronged him, He chose to rise above it. He understood that when we let others' actions dictate our behavior, we surrender our integrity. Retaliation may seem satisfying in the moment, but it often leads to a cycle of negativity, dragging us down to the very level of those we wish to rise above. Now, think about a time when you felt tempted to lash out in response to someone's hurtful actions. What if, instead of reacting, you took a step back and asked yourself, what kind of person do I want to be in this situation? By refusing to let others control your actions, you maintain your power and dignity. This is the Stoic path, choosing your response based on your values, not on someone else's behavior. Here's a challenge for you. The next time you feel wronged, pause and think about how Marcus Aurelius would handle it. Instead of letting anger dictate your actions, ask yourself what response aligns with your principles. It may not be easy, but it's a surefire way to keep your character intact and rise above the fray. We've just explored how to handle personal conflicts with grace, but the next lesson will take us even deeper into the Stoic belief system, into the realm of ethical decision-making. Marcus Aurelius has more to teach us, and his next quote will show us how to live with integrity every single day. Stay tuned for a profound insight that could change the way you approach your daily decisions. Quote 5. If it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it. By Marcus Aurelius. Have you ever faced a moment where you had to make a tough decision? Maybe it was as simple as deciding whether to tell a white lie to avoid confrontation, or maybe it was more complex, like choosing between two actions, one that might benefit you and another that aligns with your values. In those moments, Marcus Aurelius's advice is crystal clear. If it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it. Aurelius, who ruled one of the largest empires in history, was constantly making decisions that impacted millions of lives. He was no stranger to difficult choices, but he knew that the key to living with integrity was simple. Follow your ethical compass, no matter the temptation to take shortcuts or tell half-truths. This quote is a call to live with honesty and integrity in every aspect of our lives, from the small decisions we make daily to the bigger ones that shape our future. Imagine how different your life might look if you followed this principle consistently. It's easy to cut corners or bend the truth when it seems harmless, but those little compromises add up over time. Marcus Aurelius reminds us that even when no one is watching, our actions define who we are. Every time you choose to do what is right, whether that's standing up for someone, admitting a mistake, or simply following through on a promise, you strengthen your character. Think about a recent decision you made. Did you follow your inner sense of right and wrong, or did you make a compromise that didn't sit well with you afterward? The Stoics teach us that peace of mind comes from living in alignment with our values. Every time we stray from that, we create internal conflict. So next time you're faced with a tough choice, remember Marcus Aurelius's wisdom. If it's not right, don't do it. And now that we've delved into the importance of ethical living, we'll take a look at how Epictetus challenges us to raise our standards even further. His next quote is a powerful reminder that we are the ones responsible for demanding the best from ourselves. Stick around, because this insight will inspire you to stop waiting for change and start taking action in your life today. Quote 6. How long are you going to wait before you demand the best for yourself? By Epictetus. Have you ever caught yourself saying, "I'll start tomorrow," or "maybe next week when things calm down"? We've all been there, waiting for the perfect moment to make a change or pursue a goal. But here's the hard truth. That perfect moment rarely comes. This is exactly what Epictetus was warning us about when he asked, "How long are you going to wait before you demand the best for yourself?" Epictetus, born into slavery, didn't wait for the right circumstances to live a life of meaning and excellence. He transformed his own life by taking immediate, decisive action, even when the odds were stacked against him. His words challenge us to stop waiting for life to align perfectly before we strive for greatness. Instead, we must seize the present moment and start demanding the best from ourselves, right now. Think about it. What's one area of your life where you've been putting things off? Maybe it's your health, that business idea you've been sitting on, or even a difficult conversation you need to have. The longer you wait, the more you allow excuses and hesitation to creep in. Epictetus is urging us to recognize that we have the power to take action, even when the timing isn't ideal. You don't need to wait for Monday to start a new habit, or for the stars to align before you chase a dream. Here's something to try. Identify one thing you've been postponing and commit to taking one step today, no matter how small. Whether it's making a phone call, writing down your goals, or setting a meeting, it's the action that matters. Stop waiting for the right moment and create it for yourself. And if you think this insight is powerful, wait until you hear Seneca's advice on how to embrace life fully, day by day. His next quote is a reminder that each day is a new chance to live with intention and purpose, and it might just be the wake-up call you need. Stay tuned, you won't want to miss this. Quote 7. Begin at once to live, and count each separate day as a separate life. By Seneca. Have you ever looked back at a week, a month, or even a year and thought, where did the time go? We often get so caught up in the busyness of life that entire days slip by unnoticed. Seneca, one of the great Stoic thinkers, offers us a solution with this profound reminder. Begin at once to live and count each separate day as a separate life. Seneca understood that life is not something to be postponed until the right moment, but something to be lived fully in the present. Imagine if you treated every single day as a complete life in itself, focusing not on the past or future, but on making the most out of today. This isn't just about productivity. It's about being present and finding meaning in the small moments. Seneca encourages us to stop waiting for the perfect circumstances to live our best lives and to start seeing each day as a new opportunity. Think about it. How much of your day is spent thinking about what happened yesterday or worrying about what's coming tomorrow? What would happen if, instead, you focused entirely on today? Maybe it's a conversation with a loved one, a project at work, or simply enjoying a walk in the fresh air. These are the moments that make up a life, and Seneca reminds us to cherish them. Here's a challenge for you. Tomorrow morning when you wake up, ask yourself, how can I live fully today? Set an intention for the day, whether it's spending quality time with someone, working on a passion project, or simply being mindful of your surroundings. Treat the day as if it's your only one, and see how that changes your mindset. And if this advice is resonating with you, wait until you hear Epictetus's next lesson, which shows us how self-awareness is the key to living with purpose. His next quote will reveal how we can align our actions with our highest goals. Stick around, because this is where the Stoic philosophy really starts to come alive. Quote 8. First say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do. By Epictetus. Have you ever felt like you were just drifting through life, unsure of your direction or purpose? We've all had those moments where we feel a bit lost, not knowing what the next step should be. Epictetus, a Stoic philosopher born into slavery, offers us a roadmap for overcoming this. First, say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do. This quote is more than just motivation. It's a call to self-awareness and action. Epictetus is challenging us to take control of our lives by first defining who we want to become. Whether you want to be a more patient person, a leader in your field, or simply someone who lives with integrity, the first step is to get clear on that vision. Once you know where you're headed, you can take deliberate actions to get there. It's about aligning your actions with your values and goals, instead of just letting life happen to you. Take a moment to think about it. Who do you want to be? Not just in a broad sense, but on a daily level. What kind of person do you want to show up as in your relationships, your work, and your personal life? Once you define that, the path becomes clearer. The little decisions you make every day, what to prioritize, how to react in difficult situations, how you spend your time, will start aligning with your bigger vision. Here's something you can try right now. Write down one sentence that describes who you want to be, and then think about one action you can take today to move closer to that goal. It could be something as simple as being more present with your family or more disciplined in your work. The key is to take a concrete step that aligns with your vision. This idea of self-awareness leads perfectly into the next lesson, where Marcus Aurelius reminds us to find beauty in life's smallest moments. In the next section, we'll explore how Stoicism teaches us to live with gratitude and appreciation, even in the face of challenges. Stay tuned. What comes next might just change the way you see the world around you. Quote 9. Dwell on the beauty of life. Watch the stars and see yourself running with them. By Marcus Aurelius. Imagine this. It's late at night, and you're standing under a sky full of stars. For a moment, all the worries, stress, and noise of everyday life fall away. It's just you, the vast universe, and the quiet stillness of the moment. Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic Emperor of Rome, urges us to embrace these moments of awe and wonder with his words. Dwell on the beauty of life, watch the stars, and see yourself running with them. This quote is a powerful reminder to pause and appreciate the beauty around us, no matter how chaotic life may seem. Aurelius ruled an empire during a time of war and political tension, yet he understood the importance of taking a step back and marveling at the world's simple wonders. It's easy to get caught up in the daily grind, endless to-do lists, constant notifications, and the pressure to keep moving forward. But Stoicism teaches us that inner peace often comes from these quiet moments of reflection and gratitude. Think about your own life. How often do you take a moment to really appreciate the world around you? It could be something as grand as a breathtaking sunset, or as simple as the sound of birds in the morning. Aurelius's wisdom isn't just about watching the stars, it's about seeing the beauty in everyday life. When we focus on these small moments, we shift our perspective, grounding ourselves in the present and finding joy in what we have right now. Here's a challenge. The next time you're feeling overwhelmed, step outside for a moment. Look up at the sky, feel the breeze, or notice the colors of the trees around you. Let yourself be present in that moment and see how it changes your mindset. Marcus Aurelius believed that by appreciating the world around us, we connect to something greater than ourselves, a reminder that life is both vast and beautiful. And while dwelling on life's beauty can bring us peace, the final lesson from Epictetus will teach us about letting go of things we can't control. This last quote may be the key to freeing yourself from unnecessary stress and finding true contentment. Stick around as we wrap up this journey with one of the most powerful Stoic teachings yet. Quote 10. The more we value things outside our control, the less control we have. By Epictetus. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever spent hours worrying about something completely out of your control? Maybe it was the outcome of a job interview, someone else's opinion of you, or a sudden change in plans. We've all been there, gripped by anxiety over things we simply can't change. Epictetus, the Stoic philosopher, cuts through this anxiety with a sharp piece of wisdom. The more we value things outside our control, the less control we have. Epictetus's life was filled with hardships, but he understood a powerful truth. When we focus too much on external outcomes, things we have no power over, we lose control over the one thing we can manage: ourselves. Imagine placing your happiness and peace of mind in the hands of others, or hinging your self-worth on the approval of someone else. It's a fragile way to live, and Epictetus challenges us to reclaim our power by shifting our focus inward. What can you control? Your actions, your thoughts, your responses. Everything else is just noise. Think about the last time you felt stressed or anxious. Was it because of something you couldn't control? Maybe a delayed flight, a missed opportunity, or someone's unfair criticism. Now, imagine how different that experience would have been if you let go of trying to control the uncontrollable and instead focused on how you could respond calmly, with reason. That's the Stoic approach. Focus on what's within your sphere of control and let go of the rest. Here's something to reflect on. What are the things in your life that you're currently trying to control but are truly beyond your reach? It could be someone else's behavior, the outcome of a project, or even how fast time is moving. Letting go doesn't mean giving up. It means freeing yourself from the stress and frustration of trying to manage the unmanageable. Instead, focus on how you can react with wisdom and patience. As we wrap up this journey through Stoic wisdom, take this lesson from Epictetus to heart. The key to living a peaceful, content life is recognizing where your control ends and choosing to invest your energy where it truly matters: your own mind, actions, and choices. If these insights have resonated with you, make sure to take a moment to reflect on which of these Stoic quotes spoke to you the most. And don't forget, there's always more to explore in the world of Stoic philosophy. So, if you found value in today's video, make sure to subscribe, like, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you for joining me on this journey, and until next time, stay strong, stay Stoic. As we've explored today, the wisdom of the Stoics transcends time, offering guidance and strength in the face of life's uncertainties. Whether it's learning to focus on what we can control, embracing each day as a new opportunity, or finding beauty in life's smallest moments, these ancient teachings are as relevant today as they were thousands of years ago. The question I leave you with is this: which of these lessons will you carry with you? Will you start demanding more from yourself, as Epictetus advised, or perhaps let go of things beyond your control, as Marcus Aurelius encouraged? Stoicism isn't just a philosophy, it's a way of life that can help us navigate challenges, build resilience, and find peace. These quotes are not just words, they are tools we can use daily to transform our perspective and actions. So, how will you apply them to your life? Let me know in the comments below which quote resonated with you the most, and how you plan to incorporate it into your routine. Before you go, don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you found value in today's video. Your support helps us continue to explore timeless wisdom that can inspire and empower. And of course, If you think someone else could benefit from these Stoic insights, share this video with them. Until next time, remember, life is short, but we can make it meaningful. Stay strong and stay Stoic.